Hey, what's going on, everybody? As usual, I'm doing my podcast on this weekend, um, February 13th. Is that what it is? February 13th, 2021. How is everyone doing, huh? Um, are you guys out there? It's St. Valentine's Day weekend, you know. I have been just taking it easy today. Yesterday, me and my girlfriend actually went out. We went to the exchange place rooftop. It was nice. We had dinner, although it was kind of expensive. The three-course dinner. And I think we had a great time. She liked it too. And it was fun times. Fun fucking time, dude. And then we hung out here at my place and we watched a movie, right? So we kept it simple. All you lovers out there, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing out there, but whatever you're doing, have fun, you know. Doesn't mean that you'll basically fall in love or be in love just on this day or this weekend, right? You should be in love rest of the year, right? Yeah, so me and my girlfriend, we are back, and it's going, it's going good so far. And yeah, I mean, of course, I like her. Uh, we are still making plans to go on vacation towards the end of May, so I have to book the tickets. How many times do you say that, sir? Who you said that? Well, I guess um, I'm still kind of I'm still kind of like not so sure about the pandemic situation, right? Well, the pandemic situation is going to be like this, I think, for some time, for some fucking time. So, um, we got to live our lives, normally as we can, right? Well, the other thing, I had to look at the budget, because I don't have money, and that also doesn't mean that I deserve or I don't deserve a vacation. I got this like CBD today, right, from that vape shop here in Jersey City, and and it's like the bud, hemp, flower, and and I smoked it. I have that vaporizer. I smoked a little bit, and then it was just making me fucking sleepy. Jesus. So I was trying to get some work done. I worked on a proposal I had to send out, and then I was trying to work on some drawing. But then I had leftovers for dinner. I cooked some food yesterday, actually. Was it not yesterday? I'm sorry. Thursday, I cooked some food, and I had leftovers, and that was making me fucking sleepy for some fucking reason. I guess that's what it is, right? Um, although, I slept well, actually. I went to bed late because she left late, and then I actually, I walked, I put some music on, my earbuds, and I walked along the canal, you know, And it was like beautiful. It was serene, and there was some dude. He was trying to walk his dog. Like this is like 1:30 a.m. And I took some pictures of the of the canal and the boats and all that. That was nice. That felt nice, really. And I still had to go to fucking IKEA, and I'll probably go there tomorrow. Um, I got a lot of work, so I had work on that. I mean, I had to do. And am I sounding fucking boring? Maybe I am. Sorry. I'm kind of like fucking tired. I don't know why. In any case, the political situation down in Washington, D.C., these Democrats were going on, and the whole thing with Trump and second impeachment and all that. I don't want to talk about that, but looks like it's over. So hopefully they can, all these politicians can really work on real issues, right? Instead of bickering over like partisan politics and all that. I listened to Joe Rogan's podcast where he had Elon Musk on. They had great topics they discussed. Elon Musk is like a fucking alien, and he's running multiple businesses and successfully, So, and I'm trying to run one business, in this pandemic, and I'm just trying to like fucking make sure. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't fall behind, with my clients and etc. etc. Which I won't. I hired another intern, so that has been going well so far. Without going into my work stuff, I'm looking forward to actually like the touchdown of the fucking Perseverance, rover on Mars on the 18th of this month. So let's see what happens, right? Hopefully it lands successfully without any issues, right? Without any big issues. Well, issues are big or small, right? Excuse me. And I think the Chinese satellite also actually has gotten into Mars orbit. Not satellite, but rover. I think that they're also trying to get a rover down there. Is that what it is? But looks like things are happening slowly, although at a very, 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 very slow pace. Very slow pace. I kind of blame, the humanoids, but things happen. Things are meant to happen, and they're meant to happen when the time is right. Am I like being too obvious? Maybe I am. Well, I'm just looking forward to when Elon Musk basically lands his Starship. That's what it's called, right? His new rocket, Starship, that he's planning to land on Mars. And I have a feeling, and many of you probably, most likely, who are into this shit, feel the same way, right? Same way that if he does that, then that means that's the beginning of a new era, space travel and all that, right? Finally, right? Fucking finally, at least somebody's doing it. And oh, by the way, so I was walking last night along the canal. Snow is on the ground. There are lights, and I was take pictures, and then um, I don't know, for some fucking reason I for some fucking reason, what's the name came into my mind? Bruce Springsteen, right? The legendary musician. He's from New Jersey. So, and I tweeted to him, "Hey man, you want to get fit, blah blah blah." I mean, I don't want to like fucking talk about celebrities and their life and all that, right? But I'm pretty sure you all know what happened with him, right? He was in the fucking Jeep commercial, right? The Super Bowl, and then the whole thing. In any case, I don't want to fucking talk about that. So, but I tweeted to him, "Hey man, you'll be fine," blah blah blah. And I mean, he's a musician, and music. I'm into that 80s, rock and all that. So I guess, um, and I don't know, man. I mean, most of these celebrities, they have issues for some fucking reason or the other, you know, and I understand to an extent why, because the fame can basically take you in one direction or the other, right? Sometimes positive, and many times negative, right? Um, why am I not? Why am I not famous? Or I don't know. Do I want to be famous? I don't think so. I like my life. I just want to live a low key life. Just focus on the work. You know, um, spend time with my girlfriend. And then family, extended family, etc. And then my fucking citizenship, which I am working on now. So things are happening. Things are happening, and I'm just lining up the fucking ducks, in a row. And I had to visit my parents. I haven't seen them in a while. My younger sisters, and they also kind of need me. Um, yeah, I mean, things are happening. It's a good thing. What else is going on, huh? What else is going on? I'm not going to do like a whole hour long podcast. I'm sorry. So I'm just going to keep it short and sweet and short, right? I have a couple of topics, probably maybe one topic in my cheat sheet. Life is life is a mystery. Well, life is a mystery as well as um, it's an open book. Life is an open book. As subtle as it is, we don't know a lot of things. We are basically trying to understand what it means to be uh, on this planet. Well, I mean, yeah, we know what it means to be on this planet. We were born here. I mean, I was born here, etc., etc. Um, Technology is moving forward without a fucking break, and I was thinking that we are so much fucking dependent on like phones and whatnot, right? And I don't want to beat the dead horse, but somehow we still have to keep our human side, our emotional side, human side, you know, and not be like fucking robots all the time on the phone, you know. But you know, these are you know, tools. We should just use them as fucking tools. They're nothing but tools. And our human side, it's still, you know, full of like fucking, you know, ideas and this leap of faith we have, you know, for thinking and reaching beyond, you know. Who said that? Somebody said that. I think it was David Guerra in his book. The life actually, the life actually lies just beyond. You know, the reality lies just beyond. You know, where you don't fall off the cliff, but you are at the edge. You know, that's where you have to live the life. You know, you have to live with your full potential. I think that's what it is. Am I like making this speech, this like fucking inspirational speech, when I have to basically act on it first, right? Exactly. So these days, you know, there's a lot of things are happening on the internet. Almost everything, you know, are, you know, you go to fucking Netflix, you know, watch movies, etc., shows, you know, and I mean, part of the reason why I'm doing this fucking podcast is because I want to talk about things, obviously, that are interesting to me, you know, and I don't want to be a mouthpiece for one event or one thing or one, you know, person or one ideology, you know. I want to just fucking speak the truth as much as I can, you know. And the topic that gets discussed is, okay, so what it means to be like a fucking um, inspirational being in some sort of a model, like what Model T hundreds are? No, some sort of a like a fucking, you know. I think this is what I'm trying to say. We have to be a role model for ourselves first, you know, ourselves. Because if we are not, then we are basically fucking lying to ourselves, you know. And then I get it, you know, it's fucking it's cold in fucking Northeast, and you know, but that shouldn't be a fucking excuse, you know. Laziness, you know, it's just a fucking disaster, you know. Laziness is just not something you want to fucking, you know, adhere to. You know, sometimes I get lazy, you know, and sometimes it's good to like just take it easy, just take a nap or whatever the fuck it is, right? Be in your own fucking head. But you have to get out of your head and try to like look at the picture from a bird's eye view, right? From above. And I think that's where it actually makes us realize our own lives. What are the things that are actually affecting our lives, right? What are the things we care about, right? You know, good work ethics. Except that, you know, I just can't fucking get up early in the morning, you know. But I work, and I have to actually, after this, I'm going to work for another hour, hopefully. Because I was being fucking lazy, I'm sorry. Who are you preaching to, sir? Go ahead. But when you are in my fucking age, it's like fucking midlife, it's very easy to like be prone to like some sort of a crisis, you know. And I kind of felt sort of into that last year with the pandemic and all that, but external, these external issues and things. I understand, no matter how much we close our curtains, of our minds, no matter how, our blinds are, that we have put in place to basically, not subject us to those external, uh, external issues. Not issues, but what's the fucking word I want to use? The externalities, what's happening in the country, politics, and all that, right? And no, I'm not going to fucking adhere to, one side or the other, because that's just a disaster, there is at least relative truth, right? Relative truth. If not absolute, there's relative truth. And that's where I'm trying to adhere to, right? That's what I'm trying to adhere to. So, living a true life, that's actually a really high or tall order of things, living a true life, true to yourself, everything has to come from your inner self, like the most open-minded and most like aligned self, and that's something very hard to like fucking follow, and it's that truth. It's that truth of like that, impeccable, like, our impeccability. Is that even a word in English? Excuse me. And then living at your fullest. Living, for me, what are the things that I want to do, and it's very important that, I realize now, after like fucking last year and everything, that it's very important, at least for me, and many of you fucking agree with me, that, you have to have some sort of a relationship, loved ones, and you can't fucking isolate yourself. I think I said this many times before, that we human beings are social animals, reach out, whatever the fuck it is, reach out to your friends, family members, etc., etc. I mean, if you don't need them, maybe they need you, who knows, right? So it's good to be in touch with people, and otherwise, what the fuck do we become, right? And especially, with the fucking, people cooped up in their, homes and all that because of the fucking pandemic, it's even harder these days to actually be out there and, live a life in these new normals, right? The new normal. In any case, so I don't want to fucking sound very depressing and all that, right? But I don't want to at the same time, pretend that I'm living some sort of a fucking, utopian life, and that life is not like fucking, boring or or something like that, because I get bored. Everybody gets bored, I get fucking bored. So, and it becomes harder, especially, when you age. So, um, I mean, I live my life for most part by myself. Um, and I have somehow have I still have this notion that sometime in future things would be like very copacetic, things would be what I envision, in my life. But that's the wrong perception. That's a fucking wrong perception because I have to live the life now. Now that's it. There's no fucking future moment or like a fucking pink light or whatever, the pink cloud moment. No. At least for me, it's not like that. So I have to live my life, like now. Um, so that doesn't mean that I'll be going out every fucking night. You can't do that anyways. And that also gets boring. I've done that many times. Being in fucking Brooklyn, and I had to make amends and all that. And just live, just live a fucking, life. I try to at least live life that's not bullshit, like, um, whatever you do, it has to have some value, you know, and things that actually keep me sort of like in my own check and balance, of life, and whether I'm doing okay, whether I'm doing well. I mean, financially, I think I'm not doing that well. I mean, I wasted. I think without going back into the fucking, using the time machine, going back, right? Yes, I wasted some time, being in New York, but and I'm just learning to just let that go, let go of that, let go of all that, because that's past. You can't do anything, you can't fucking undo the past. And who was saying that in that fucking, all these like futuristic shows that I'm watching, right? I've binge watching. They talk about, going back in the fucking past and changing the time, and then it becomes a fucking paradox, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't have that capability to go back or forth in time, So, moment is where I want to live. So, all right. And I was also watching some soccer. I was hoping that there'd be some Premier League games on, maybe tomorrow I'll check. But I didn't come across any Premier League because I like those fucking Premier League soccer games are the best, And some of the European leagues and few, I think, South American leagues too, Speaking of which, so what's going to happen with the fucking Olympics? Because that was on the news. Apparently, Japan has the Olympics, right? 2022. When are the Olympics? Jesus. Or is that 2021? When are the Olympics? Let's see. When are the Olympics? When are the Olympics? Okay, here we go. Summer Olympics. Oh shit, is this year actually. Start July 23rd. Where? I think it's in Japan, right? Tokyo. Oh, so the Summer Olympics were supposed to happen last year, and then they were pushed to this year, right? Because of the fucking pandemic. So they're happening in Tokyo, Japan. I mean, are they really happening? I have no fucking idea. I think there's a pushback on that one as well. Um, let's see. What is the latest news, sir? IOC welcomed establishment and composition of candidate review committee to appoint Tokyo 2020 president. All right, okay, so I guess they are happening, right? Maybe, maybe not. Who the fuck knows, right? And then the soccer, World Cup soccer. When is World Cup soccer, sir? Because I really like to watch at least like the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final one is um, World Cup soccer. World Cup soccer. Okay, folks. So it's next year, 2022. 2022. So 2022. And where is that, by the way? So 2022 FIFA World Cup Qatar in Qatar in the Middle East. It's going to be fucking what? It's going to be fucking hot, right? Because there's a fucking desert, right? Oh, I guess because they're doing it in November. So there you go. All right, so yeah, hopefully we'll all be here, right, by that time, and I mean that's like what, like year and whatever the fuck it is, right? Almost 2 years. All right, am I fucking running out of fucking topics? What are the other things I wanted to talk about, sir? Um, and ma'am, and every one of you out there, gazillion genders, right? We have. Yeah, I was actually thinking about my mom and like my parents and like what would it mean to like fucking like I don't know. I guess I don't want to get into that. That may be kind of sentimental. Maybe I kind of miss my parents, right? Again, I talked to my dad. I talked to my dad actually last Sunday, I think, and they're old, so and I have fucking like Jesus. Um, again, sorry, I'm just repeating myself. But again, like if I go into the past and time wasted and all that, that's not gonna fucking help me. So the plan I think this year is that me and my girlfriend will go to most likely San Diego, and then if my citizenship all that works out, hopefully I can travel outside the country, probably go to Europe, visit my brother, his family, right? And if that doesn't happen, then I'll just go to my regular vacation spot, right? Colorado. Probably I'll go to this time, maybe Grand Canyon, or maybe just stick to Colorado. Go to maybe Aspen. Apparently, there's a connecting flight. My doctor was saying that he actually went to Aspen last year, and then he was wearing this fucking boot. I think I said that right, because he had hurt his fucking foot or something like that. Or maybe I should go to see fucking Great Wall of China, right? That's actually on fucking TV, Chromecast. But we'll see, right? Hopefully this year is going to be better than like the disastrous 2020, right? And things would be a little normal, which they appear to be, like last year, especially, April, March, April, May, those were the fucking worst months. Life seemed to have halted or seemed to have come to a halt somehow, with the planet crippled. But this year, and hopefully next year, is going to be even normal with the fucking vaccines and all that, right? But the vaccines and all that is like so politicized and all that. And it's going to take some time, it's not going to be overnight. All the games, but I think, well, not that I think, but Super Bowl, they had fans, they had the people present in the stadium, I think a certain number, but I guess that's Florida. Doesn't matter, it seemed normal, at least, and what else is going to be normal? Travel, yeah, travel. I mean, I've traveled last year, in October. Travel is pretty much normal, except that you can feel it, but you just have to put the fucking mask on, and then going out is not normal, like if you're going out to a restaurant, I mean, you can feel it. Obviously, it's different. And things are not going to be the fucking same, Things are not going to be the same, man. It's just like it's a whole different world now. It's a whole different new normal now, And we will be just reminiscing, of what we used to do, all those gatherings, all those rave parties, and all those whatever, right? Whatever. All those are going to be just a thing of the past, just a thing of the past. And isn't that enough to depress us, make us depressed? I have no fucking idea. I mean, there are a lot of things that actually can make us depressed. Am I going to fucking just close my podcast with this? I'm sorry. Maybe it's just not that I'm not in my fucking head. Maybe I'm just talking gibberish. I have no fucking idea. But I just wanted to do this podcast, not to do this and be over with it, Yeah, I love my girlfriend, and she's into me too. And am I going to say this all the fucking time now, dude? Love is a good thing, It has to be also practical. So I'm learning that, because it's dude. All right, whatever. I think I said enough about love and all that, the longings and all that in my previous podcast. So let's keep it that way. And I will, if I get into that set of mind, or mindset where I can bring something big, about love or what it means, to be in love and, feeling good about being with someone, and yeah, love can be selfish, I get it, but love is a great thing, love is a great thing, as long as you keep it, not too fucking sentimental and not too fucking emotional, But we are emotional beings, so I think that also sets us apart from other creatures, right? Other creatures on this planet. I have no fucking idea. Well, I mean, I have an idea, that what sets us apart from other creatures. I mean, other animals, obviously, they also have that instinct, They show their emotions and all that through different means. And And I think that's what is going to be um, what we will be fucking searching for. I have a feeling that if we are so much getting intertwined with the technology down the road, are we going to forget who we are or who we were? Hopefully not. And I think that's where is going to be a search for human emotions and all that, right? Hopefully we don't fucking, you know, turn into fucking robots, right? I have no fucking idea. But um, the bonding, the human bonding and all that, I think that's still going to be intact. Unless something drastic happens where we can just fucking like connect our brain directly through computers or some other fucking chip, Neuralink, Elon Musk Neuralink. Although that's at a very beginning stage, so I don't think in near future, at least maybe 5 to 10 years, I don't think we're going to have that capability to just connect directly into a machine, where we just live in a fucking virtual world, right? Fucking virtual world, and then we realize that it's just fucking, useless to even like fucking live a physical life, right? Is that what it is? Is that going to be the fucking end game here for us human beings? I have no fucking idea. But I don't think I would want to live something like that, because that still is not going to be real. This is real. We are here in three-dimensional space and time moving forward, right? And in a virtual world, I'm not that type of a guy who's going to be wanting to live in a fucking virtual world, right? I mean, I would be happy to use the virtual reality as a tool, but nothing other than a tool. That's it, because you still have to interact with people, live a physical life, and etc., right? All right, everyone, it's close to 10 o'clock, so let me see if I have anything in my cheat sheet, everyone. Sorry. All right, okay, I only have one topic in my cheat sheet, right? Flying taxis. Okay, so I was talking to my intern because he's into like electric cars and all that, right? So flying cars, are those going to be like fucking a reality? But taxis, at least, taxis are becoming a reality. Flying taxis, I think one of the airlines actually, they bought this company that makes flying, taxis, where the airline is going to basically just fly their passengers from their homes, right? I'm assuming some sort of a designated area to the airports, right? And instead of, them having to spend hours and hours in fucking traffic, right? Or Elon Musk's fucking boring tunnel. Well, wait a minute. So they didn't talk about boring tunnel a lot, so I have no fucking idea. When he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, let me see. I just want to give you guys flying taxis, company bought by airline. Okay, hold on a sec. United Airlines. Okay, so United Airlines apparently is buying this company called Archer's Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing Aircraft, right? And so United Airlines and they're going to use that flying taxi for their passengers, for airport runs. That's what it's called, airport runs. So they're going to use that for taxiing passengers to the airport. So there you go. It's not going to be the same as in like fucking, futuristic movies, but maybe, who knows, 20 years. Speaking of which, I was thinking, because, for example, right, if you have a parking spot, right, let's say you park on the street, right, why can't you just park your fucking flying taxi on the street? Well, I guess that's different. You need a little more space than just a fucking parking spot for a car, right? Yeah, that's obvious. So forget it. Never mind. All right, everyone. So I think I'm going to close my podcast with that said. And again, all you lovers out there, do your thing, right? And I will see you all next Saturday or Sunday.